Hey guys, Legendary here today, and today I want to talk about Rodan being stronger than Godzilla. This is Legendary Rigger. Please comment down below, like, subscribe, and please share with your friends. Now, Rodan has always been one of Godzilla's greatest allies and one of his fastest enemies in the air. So fast, in fact, Godzilla cannot touch him in the air. Godzilla was outclassed in terms of speed and agility and aerial combat. Now, why Rodan is so powerful in the the Legendary series, we really don't know. That's a question mark above everyone's heads. Why is Rodan stronger than Godzilla? It could have a thing to do with his speed yet again, or maybe it's something more. Maybe Rodan has more powers than Godzilla. He has more versatility. Where Godzilla has his atomic breath, his healing factor, and his super strength, Rodan could have his shockwave ability, his fire breath, or magma breath, if you will. Rodan can probably fly so fast around Godzilla, he can create tornadoes, hurricanes. Maybe Rodan's wind can use his wings and do a Pokemon move, just do gust at him, cause a tornado or whatever just by flapping his wings. Maybe that's it. Maybe Rodan is just more creative than Godzilla. But we all know the truth that Godzilla is fighting Rodan in this movie. We don't know where. If it's in the water, then Rodan's aerial, advantage will be pretty much erratic. It'll be definitely devastating to Godzilla in any way, shape, or form. I really don't see any monster other than King Ghidorah really competing with Rodan in terms of aerial combat. Now, you could say King Ghidorah probably will stomp him out the air, but King Ghidorah has to catch Rodan by surprise in order to do that. I believe Rodan will fight Godzilla and put up one heck of a fight. Yeah, he's going to be stronger than Godzilla, definitely, I think, in the air. And maybe he'll be equal to him on land. Maybe when Rodan lands on the ground, that's when Godzilla actually has his chance to overpower Rodan. Rodan and him could probably, clash claw to claw, probably hold each other back a little bit. Rodan's giving up some. But, it's still fairly even in terms of how we're probably going to look at it. Then Rodan just flies up in the air, and Godzilla's back to square one. He's not going to be able to hit Rodan until he absolutely pulls a Muto stuff and smacks him with his tail through a building. Rodan is obviously not going to die from that, but it'll sure hurt. It's Godzilla's freaking tail. Now what I want to do is talk about these other two images here. The Godzilla's beacon is what I call it. So what does this mean here? Godzilla's beacon. Godzilla's shooting his atomic breath up into the air. I don't think he's shooting at something. I think he's using it to lure or to call for help. Maybe he can't handle King Ghidorah alone, and then he knows Mothra and Rodan are out there. So maybe after he fights Rodan and, Mothra tussles with Ghidorah, Ghidorah beats the crap out of Godzilla and goes to the next town or maybe city, whatever, to destroy it. That's when Godzilla, we see him go into the sea, and then we see him rise up out the water and shoot an atomic breath right into the air. It goes through the clouds and straight up into the sky. And then we could probably see a beaten down Rodan, look up at it. We could see Mothra hatch out of her egg and just fly towards the beacon. We see them both fly towards the beacon, and then you could just see them descending towards Godzilla, and then maybe in some way Mothra actually convinces them to pretty much help her. I mean, well, we all know it's about Godzilla, but, Mothra's got to be the one to, defeat Ghidorah, because, it's her job or whatever to keep the Earth safe. So really, Mothra, Rodan, and Godzilla just go to, intercept King Ghidorah. Godzilla gets to the city first. Rodan and Mothra go down to an aerial fight with King Ghidorah. Godzilla is waiting there at whatever city they want to use for the climatic battle. Ghidorah lands. He and Godzilla go at it for a bit. These two are just annihilating one another. I mean, gravity beams everywhere, atomic breath just blowing. Then, King Ghidorah gets a good hit on Godzilla. Godzilla falls down. King Ghidorah is about to finish him. And then we see Mothra and Rodan just rush and just, come to Godzilla's aid. Then all three of them work together. And I really don't think King Ghidorah is going to die in this movie. I really don't. I would really hate for them to waste a potential, so much potential right there with King Ghidorah just being in that movie. I really don't want him to die, because there are so many things they could do with King Ghidorah. Now, back to Rodan. Rodan, I'm thinking, is going to survive this movie, and he's going to get his own solo movie. Now, who could be the main antagonist in that? Another kaiju. Now, we could use, if Toho ever gives us the rights again, Megaguirus. Because remember, Rodan used to eat Megaguirus. Megaguirus were these these little larva stages in the volcano he was in. And, they used to eat the workers, and then when Rodan came in, he ate every last one of them because, they were his prey for like thousands of years. It's like a bird eating worms, really. I mean, if it rains, the birds are obviously on the ground picking up worms, But you never know. A Rodan solo movie would need a lot of work because the main focus is the military and the monster against Rodan. Godzilla probably could be, a cameo. You could see him probably just like swimming in the sea or whatever, just going by. Rodan's handling his business. Mothra's handling his business. Maybe we could get a good glimpse at Kong. I really don't think no monster's really going to die in this movie. I mean, King Ghidorah has so much potential, but not as Godzilla's enemy. But I would love to see Godzilla and King Ghidorah really team up against something. Maybe Mechagodzilla. I would love to see that. Mechagodzilla comes in, wrecks the kaiju on Earth. King Ghidorah comes back, heads are regenerated. He and Godzilla can't handle him separately, so they have to work together. And that's what kind of makes King Ghidorah his ally in the end. That would actually be pretty good to see. Or maybe SpaceGodzilla. The military knows better, and then yada yada yada. SpaceGodzilla's born. Oh. They could be experimenting with some crystals or whatever, and then, they kind of want to make a super weapon with Godzilla and the crystals, so they really don't have much of a problem, creating Godzilla, because the crystals, they could have some unique alien property or whatever, but however SpaceGodzilla is born, I'm going to leave it to Legendary. Whatever monsters they decide to use, I hope there are some new allies of Godzilla, but for the sake of this, I would love to actually see 2 more original Toho monsters at least appear as Godzilla's enemies and allies. Matter of fact, 4. I want to see 4 left. There's 4. I think there will be 4 left. That will be Anguirus for an ally, Gigan for an enemy, Destroyer for an enemy, and the final one I would love to see is Rodan as an enemy at first, but then he becomes an ally. That would be pretty interesting for me to see. So, Legendary Rigger is signing off.
Away, losing my faith today.
Falling off the edge today.
I am just a man, not superhuman.
I'm not superhuman.
Someone save me from the haze. It's just another